All right. Welcome to another New Year's Eve of destruction. And pretty much, December 31st, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And believe it or not, we're at the end of the year already. It seemed like it was just January, February of 2024. Now we're at the end of it. And that's a testimony to how fast things are going. If anybody got anything?
I got something for you.
All right, bring it out. And you can speak on it. Because, hey, man, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about, doing the work and, waiting for Yahushua to come back and take this place out. That's all that's left. Ain't nothing else really matters in this world except for that. Now we have our daily lives that we conduct, we have to operate, do what we got to do. But at the end of the day, this is the most important part of the ministry.
I got something real quick.
All right, bring it out.
Since you mentioned that about time going fast, Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world. This time, not since the beginning of the world. This time, no, nor ever shall be.
That's right.
Except those days shall be shortened. There should be no flesh saved.
Right. That's what it is. Matter of fact, somebody get that scripture, Hasten the day.
I got
That's
it.
in the Apocrypha. You got it?
Oh, the Apocrypha? I got it. 2 Peter 3.
Okay, we'll bring that one out. But there's another one in the Apocrypha. The second is chapter 4, I believe.
Yeah, but the reason why this is written is because things are going to get serious, very extreme in these last days, Rather, it's Esau. Because first of all, he already destroying the food, the water, the air, But then what he planning on bringing the robots, Or what Revelations 12 and 12, the devil shall come down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. All right, you got to remember what the Georgia Guide song said. It said what? It says remain humanity at 500 million. So this man plan on doing a lot of killing,
Oh yeah.
Then you had to Kill Gates come out and say, look, this is how we're going to maintain the population, right? And it was through those, through the jabs, So hey, really, it's the Most High not playing. It's really the Most High fulfilling His word.
Yeah.
That's the Lord using the left hand to bring these troubled times.
Yeah. Because why would that be written unless those days be short and there shall no flesh left to be saved? You got it.
So really, it's the Lord using him to bring His wrath. All right, y'all really feeling the wrath of the Lord. Because He's angry.
Yeah, don't get this devil too much credit. That's the Lord's hand is stirring all this up.
Yeah, because once He used the devil for His purpose, guess what? He gonna cast that devil away. He gonna put this devil in chains. So go ahead.
I got. You got something?
Got something.
Yeah, bring it out, but I'm trying to find something to back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna back him up, then you can back him up after I back him up. No, but I want to read this because he's saying that pretty much everything's working on the Most High side. So whatever Esau's doing, whatever anybody's doing, it's all the Lord anyway. Now check this out. This is that's not it. That's not it. Go ahead, bro.
This is what Proverbs chapter 21. Start at 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Beautiful.
As the rivers of water, He turneth it whatsoever He will. Right now, you gotta ask yourself, who's the king of the earth right now? Who's ruling the earth? Right?
Yep.
And not just the so-called, white man. The Lord is what it says in Surah, He governeth the world in the palm of His hand.
Oh yeah.
Right. So everything you see, what's happening, is all ordained through the Spirit, man. It's all the works of the Lord. Go ahead. That's it, man.
Okay, I got one real quick. This is Job 23 and 8. Behold, I go forward, but He is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive Him. On the left hand, where he doth work. You know? So the Lord said, man's mourns are of the Lord. So the left hand, that's where the Lord works too. Because he has spirits on the left hand side that officiate his business. But I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand that I cannot see him. You got it, you got that.
Is that, oh, you want the one in Apocrypha?
No, I got the one in the pocket for it. Okay. Get the one that you had in Peter.
Okay. 2 Peter 3 and verse 12. It says, or can I start up a little?
Yeah. You know, use your discretion.
2 Peter 3 and 11 says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right. So we're supposed to be talking about what?
The prophecies.
Yeah. We're supposed to be talking about the end. We're supposed to be talking about the prophecies, the coming of Yahushua, the coming of the kingdom, the downfall of this place. You know, we're not supposed to be talking about this place got, you know, however many years left. No, we're hastening the day.
Had women classes.
Yeah. You know, giving counsel about marriage. You know, discussing, you know, how good King David played the harp. You know, what color sandals did he wear? Now the dust that was from the clouds that was coming off the Most High's feet. You know, was it like the clean ones? Was it, you know, chemtrail? You know, it's just stupid shit. You know, that don't matter. You know, now if you know certain things, hey, everything has knowledge, but the main thing we want to do is do things to edification. You know? You got it.
Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashem Shah, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, so pretty much hastening the day of the coming of the Lord. You want to say something?
Yeah, because you know what? This thing's about to get serious, right? I just ran across an article, right? They said the Bible sales are up 22%, you know? Which means what? People are shook. Or either, you know, you can you know, blame us for it too, because, you know, people are listening to us, so they're going to go, you know, buy Bibles, but also people are scared shitless, you know?
Oh, yeah.
People see what's happening in the earth, man.
Yeah.
And what we've been saying is actually taking place, man. You know?
So what are they turning to? They turn to the scriptures. They're not going to turn to us for the most part unless they're part of the elect, you know, which is turning to the Lord, you know, but they're turning to the stronghold. But Esau make people believe that the Bible is just a book. It's just a book. There's no validity to it. So why are so many people running to that book for answers?
Oh, but then it said this: it says people are buying Bibles. Guess that they're not joining the churches.
Yep.
Yeah. So people are buying Bibles, but they're not joining the churches, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
see how powerful that is?
Yeah. The elect is being sealed. Hey, people know that plantation Christian doctrine, they know that it's not the truth.
Right.
They're not feeling it anymore. Hey, the Lord is turning the hearts of the people, man. You know? Hey, the Lord had it was a time where it was like, man, like, you know, out of these few brothers teaching, like, I don't know how the Lord gonna do what he gonna do. How he gonna make it all these people get the truth. Yeah. You know? But hey, bro, the Lord is cold like that. The Lord will make people wake up on the same day. Thousands of people wake up the same day.
Yeah. And we used to say years ago, when the Latin tribes gonna start coming in. That was back when there was really nothing really going on, right? Now you got camps in Peru, Bolivia, Mexico. You know. I know there was one in Puerto Rico. The one brother's still out there, I believe, in Puerto Rico. There was a brother in the Dominican Republic. I don't know what happened with that situation. You know, but there's camps everywhere. You know, brothers speaking different language. You got brothers out there in the land of Ham that are Israelites that are speaking them Hamitic dialects. You know, brothers out there in the Netherlands speaking Dutch. You know,
got hasty.
I got this real quick. Just to back it up, this is Isaiah 14 and 24. It said, the Lord Yahweh of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have proposed, so shall it stand. So this just going into what the Lord is in control of it all, man. He has the last say so, like everybody's going into, man.
Yeah.
All right. This is a thing of the Most High. This is not of us. So whatever he said was going to happen is actually we starting to see it like come to pass. Like the apostle was going to the tribes waking up. All right, all over, man. That's in the scriptures of this happening, man.
God.
So now we in the times where the Lord word is actually we starting to see it like in the fullness that it is, man. Pretty much, all right.
At the end it shall speak, it's not like okay, get it. That's the spirit. It's all the spirit.
Because when you go into that word "speak," it means to live, man. You know,
Come to life. Yeah.
come to life. You know.
Yeah, that's home.
Yeah, Habakkuk 2:1. I will set upon my watch and set upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me.
See, watch to see what he will say unto me. What are we watching for? We're watching for the prophecies.
Good.
That's where it says measure the times. How do you measure the times? By reading what the scriptures say and comparing it to things that are happening on the earth. So we could, we at this stage of the game, you know, this is what's left of the pie, so to speak, to be fulfilled. And once that's fulfilled, then we know that the salvation is coming.
Yep.
It tells us in Peter's that the ancient prophets, they were searching what time Yahweh was going to suffer. And then, because they knew that after he suffered, there would be a glory that would be revealed afterwards.
Could thou restore the kingdom of Israel?
That's it.
You know?
And that's why the apostles asked him that. You know? Why? Because they knew that once he suffered, that, and he, you know, came back to life, the kingdom of heaven was coming. But what they didn't understand, it wasn't back then just yet. There was still more to go.
Set for appointed time.
That's it.
It
Beautiful.
says, I will stand upon the watch and set upon the tower, and will watch to see what he was saying to me, which means what? It's through the spirit, you know. You know, because we watch this, because when we go out there with these videos, we don't know what we gonna actually say.
Yeah.
But he said, look, I'm gonna watch to see what he gonna say unto me.
Right.
You see, and what I shall answer when I'm reproved.
Yeah, hey, you go out. Sometimes you go out there and you have a lesson plan ready, and you don't go into none of it.
Yep.
You go into totally different scriptures because the spirit just shift.
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that they may run that read of it. All right. It says, for the vision is yet. Hey, somebody look up that word "speak" too. You know, in the blue letter. For back in the second chapter. It says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Why? Because we have a more sure word of prophecy. You see? Remember Daniel said, he said the vision is sure. You see? Now it didn't happen back then, but eventually it was going to happen in the future. You got that definition?
It's it goes into to breathe, blow. It says to cause to exhale.
What is something that's breathing? It's living.
Right.
It's alive. You see? Go on here.
It says to cause to exhale or breathe, to puff, snort.
Somebody get Habakkuk 3:1. Go ahead.
It says to excite and inflame.
And then somebody get that scripture in Psalms where it says, it is time for thee, O Lord, to work. Go ahead.
It says to puff, pant for it, to breathe out.
Basically to be alive. Hey, you hear Elder Pastor speak about, you know, the Bible being a living document. It's a living, breathing document. It's alive. You know, it's just an appointed time for every prophecy to be fulfilled. And until that prophecy is not fulfilled, it's not going to move from that state. It's not going to be born, so to speak. You know, the Lord said, before these things come to pass, I tell you of them. You know? But then when it comes to that point in time where that prophecy is to be fulfilled, it starts to speak. It starts to do what it said it was going to do. Okay?
That's it.
Is that it? Okay.
With the songs or the
I got the songs.
Okay, get that. And whoever got the Habakkuk,
What verse?
Habakkuk 3:1.
Yes.
Psalms 119, verse 126. It is time. Matter of fact, yeah, all I start from 25. I am thy servant, give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work.
Right. Meaning what? It's time for these words to come to life. Go ahead.
For they have made void thy law.
Right. They have made void thy law. You got Jake out there making void the law. You got Esau, the other nations. Because the standard of righteousness in this country, you know, on the cheap veneer facade, they're saying the Lord, the Bible, but really when you look at the actions, it doesn't mirror what the Bible says. It mirrors the wicked things that the Bible speaks of before he destroys a society. It doesn't mirror the righteousness of the Lord. You know? And whoever got the
What they say, judgment never go forth. Yeah. So you don't see righteous judgment going forth. You know, people being judged for their wicked sins. You know.
Yeah.
If anything, people get in this world. You get condemned for actually trying to be righteous. If you abhor being a mole, right? you damn they fucking look down on you, man. Right? You have a target on you, you know?
Yeah.
You go ahead.
This is
And the scripture say he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yeah, kind.
You know? No.
This is Habakkuk 3:1. It says, a prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet of Shigol-Anoth. O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid.
Right, remember he said, I will stand upon my watch and see what I will answer what I reprove. Right? So now the Lord is letting them know the end goal of the whole thing. Go ahead.
It said, O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years.
O Lord, revive thy works in the midst of the years. That's why in Psalms it said, Lord, it is time for thee to work. It's time for your words to take action, to start leaping off the pages, you know, and start doing what you said they was going to do. Make it do what it do, you know?
That's good.
Okay?
It said, in the midst of the years make known, and wrath remember mercy.
Right, and then when you bring this destruction, remember mercy upon us, you know? Because look, you got to remember that the prophets were actually there in this vision. They were actually in another dimension, actually seeing these things. It's even worse than watching, you know, sometimes you watch some 3D movies and then you feel like stuff is coming at you. It was like that, but even more surreal. They were actually in the midst of it. Why do you think they got sick? And was you know, they probably had throbbing headaches. You know, probably, you know, took a whole week for them to recover.
Yeah, or literally dropped them off in the vision. You know?
Man.
That's why Ezra said, woe is me, woe is me. You should deliver me in those days. You know? Because he was actually in it. The Lord probably just dropped him right there in the vision, you know?
Yeah. Right in the lap of adversity. And raked them over the coals of affliction. You got it. Because somebody look up the word, we're going to keep going. Somebody look up that word revive in the blue letter. And I bet, what is that? The second verse? 3 and 2? Ash?
This is 3 and 3 now.
But the word revive is in the second verse? 2.
Yep.
No, so I mean, I've looked it up before. I just don't remember what the Hebrew word there was. Let me know when you got it, bro.
It's hayya.
Okay, hayya,
It says to live, have life, remain alive, sustain.
Which goes back to the other word too that we read earlier about breath.
It's kaya.
Kaya, okay. Oh, kaya. Yeah, the ka and the ha and the cha look similar. So chaya, that's where you get the word life. Like you have them, you know, small hats. They wear like pendants, and they pronounce it l'chaim, no, meaning to life, to life. You know, means to life. You know, l'chaim. So chaya means life. I don't know if that's what Kaya's name means. In the camp.
I think it's some fire.
Quicken.
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 Okay.
Quicken.
Quicken and fire. So is it spelled as C-H-A-A?
Yeah.
Chaya with a Y-A? Yeah, that's life also. Quicken, because of what quickens you? The spirit.
The spirit.
You know, so it's life. Because the spirit gives you life. When Adam, right, when the Lord breathed into his breath the breath of understanding, he said he became a living soul.
Yeah.
You know? So y'all got it.
The heat, you know, and the spirit holds heat. You know?
Yeah, because what happens to the body when it goes cold?
It's dead.
Finished. Finito. Alright, y'all got it.
Y'all still on Habakkuk?
Yeah. I mean, if y'all got something, bring it out, and then we'll try to get back to it. Because that whole chapter is dynamite.
I had a quick.
Yeah, bring it up.
It's John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Right, that's why the spirit quickeneth. Because the spirit, you know, is alive. You know, that's why the scriptures speak about, you know, being lively stones. You know, when you have this word, you know, you can't be dead. You know, like a shiftless spirit.
Yeah, Peter said lively stones.
Yeah, lively stones. Lively means just that, lively. You know, vibrant, full of life. You know, not you know, sitting there, you know, going at one speed.
Right.
Super slow.
Stagnant.
You know? You gotta be on the highway switching lanes, man.
Yeah, the Lord said my ministers are what? Flames of fire.
That's it.
You know? Not just any fire, you know, we're talking about the fire of the Lord, though.
Right. And those are the angels, which you have what? The Holy Spirit, which is a group of angels that give the understanding of the scriptures. Remember, the Lord set up one angel, you know, in the book of Isaiah 6 to blind certain Israelites that he didn't want to get the truth. So it's the Lord through his angels that control understanding. Remember, Yahushua and Michael the archangel were working on the mind of that king, you know, the Persian king. You know, so that's how the Lord operates. He works with the angels. You know, sometimes certain thoughts will come into your mind. You want to do one thing, but then, you know, you feel like this urge not to do it. And then you don't do it. You listen to the Spirit. And then you find out later that if you would have done that, you would have been jacked up.
You're like, no, I ain't going that way.
Exactly. You know, y'all seen them shorts where they show you people that a truck is coming and crashing right in front of them, and they just barely get out of that. You know?
We got something like that the other day.
Man, it's crazy because I mean a train comes and it smashes a car. And the person that's right there that's supposed to get hit and killed, it just barely misses them.
Yeah.
I mean, by a millisecond, you know?
Yeah.
You know? So that just shows you how the Spirit operates. You know, the Lord is the one that's directing men's steps.
Yeah.
And everything that we do is directed by the Lord.
Hey, one time I was, you know, sometimes you put the GPS on. And, you know, I was just constantly following the GPS, and the GPS detects traffic now. So it took me a way I wasn't used to. So I looked, and I was kind of about to get mad. Like, why did it send me this way? Then by the time I turned around and went the way I was supposed to go, it was a car flipped over right here off of Fall Creek. A Suburban, a SUV was flipped over upside down.
Yeah. So the Lord got you out of that just in the nick of time.
Yep, man. Like, hey, the Lord be looking out. Hey, I always say this: we don't know what the Lord is protecting us from. The Lord be looking out for us, man.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Remember the Apostle Paul said, he said, you know, don't worry, don't fear. None of the men on this ship are going to be. No, everybody's life is given to them. For my angel stood by me this night. You know, you have what they call guardian angels. The angels of the Lord encamp around them that fear him to deliver them. You know, so the Spirit already revealed to him, look, nobody's going to lose their life here. All these men that you got with you, only thing is you got to stay on the ship. If you get off the ship, you ain't going to make it. So what they did was they broke bread, they ate, and then the rest of the stuff, they lightened the ship. And guess what? They stayed on the ship. Everybody listened to them, and they didn't get taken out. You know?
Appreciate testimony to D-Mash. On my way to work the other day, I was running behind.
I'm like, man, what's going on? I don't know what we had. I had to stop and get some gas. When I stopped and get some gas, this was a dude shot on the ground at the gas station. And I heard the shots as I was riding up towards the gas station. It was a dude shot on the ground at the gas station. So I had just missed him getting shot. Then when I got on the highway, it was a conflict though. And so the Lord let me be late, like I was being late on purpose.
Yeah, the angels be operating. You will be getting judged, man. These vicious judgment. Matter of fact, just reading in the news, right? 2 dudes got stabbed out here, man. They got stabbed to death. And you always talk about the stab, but the 2 dudes got stabbed, man.
My nigga back. No, this is the dude that come out and just start stabbing random people. He used to do it every year. Nigga took a vacation, but I hope he back.
Go ahead, man.
This Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings of the Lord, how can then a man understand his own way?
Matter of fact, as you read that one, get Jeremiah 10:25. And if we're gonna try to get back to that Habakkuk, if they're gonna allow, because that Habakkuk, man, it's fire, man.
Yeah.
The whole chapter. And that's about to. It's about to go down.
It's here, man.
Yep.
Oh, that's why we're reading it, because those things are here, you know.
Shit, what time is it?
6:54.
6. Yeah. So we got about 5 hours or so before the so-called New Year's. Even though right now we're in the new day, according to our calendar.
Yeah, darkness. Yeah, Sunday.
But in Esau's calendar, you gotta wait till 12 o'clock at night. Now you got people. I'm sorry,
No,
guys.
you good. No, that's good.
No, you got people tonight that's gonna celebrate New Year's. You know, and don't know this could be their last night on the earth. You know. Now you know usually we be saying, Lord will something happens when they drop the ball in New York. But, you know, I was meditating on it, and more than likely ain't nothing going to happen because that's one of them high satanic, you know, times for Esau. So then, I mean, unless the Lord wants something to really happen, you know, Esau, I don't perceive, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't perceive him doing anything to that because that's like a celebration for them. Now, years ago, I never found the info again, but years ago, I read somewhere that Semiramis, which is the Queen of Heaven, going all the way back to ancient, you know, the Cushites, so-called Ethiopians, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. I've read somewhere that her birthday was January 1st. You know, and that's a high satanic day. You know, so you know, I never was able to find that information again.
You got the guy Janus,
January. Two-faced guy. Yeah, because all those months of the
calendar
of the calendar, the Romans, they all had a significance to them. February was a Februa, which was a particular, you know, festival that the Romans held. Then March goes into Mars, or the god of war.
Yeah.
You know, and then March is like the major time when they go to war. You know, these devils, they do everything according to the stars and, you know, the constellations of the heavens. That's what the Lord said, stand up now with thy monthly prognosticators. You know? But y'all got it.
Like you just mentioned that I seen something earlier that today is considered the black moon. It's the only time that the new moon comes in I think they said twice within a month. Something like that.
Well, really, it's really just once a month. But the reason why it's twice a month is because Esau's days are longer in a month.
Yeah.
So really, when you look at it, it's really the new moon for the next, you know. So it's not really, but you know, I guess that's what they call a blue moon.
Yeah, that's what they call a blue moon.
Yeah. But that would be, you know, according to his witchcraft, or his time and seasons and crap, man. You know.
Remember, you know, even the ancient priesthood of the other nations, they used to take certain animals and cut their liver out, and they were able to read the liver, you know, for certain, you know, witchcraft spells and stuff like that, or be able to foretell the future. There's a whole lot of shit that Esau done incorporated into America.
Yep. They said that this it's a period where the moon is more psychic, sensitive, relative, perhaps more spiritually connected.
There you go.
So it's on the left hand side.
Yeah, and you know they have some. Elder Apostle Gabar goes into this from time to time. you have the satanic high holy days, or the satanic high days, you know, and they fall on certain new moons and certain, you know, moons and certain phases of you know, different things. And then what they do is they celebrate it by certain rituals. Sometimes they're human sacrifice, sometimes it's animal sacrifices, sometimes, you know, it's orgies, sometimes it's man on man, woman on woman, or just
Kids,
like
animals,
yeah, everything,
kids,
animals. I mean, all kind of debaucherous shit.
Good.
But yet this man's supposed to be like the holy, you know, like the holy example of what it is to be pious.
Hey, remember Rabbi Finkelstein said that they kidnap kids and they drain their blood and use it to make matzo balls for Passover.
That's why I never liked them shits. But I never ate the matzo balls. But we used to eat them matzo, the crackers. It's trash. That shit tastes like sneaker soles.
Yeah, it tastes like cardboard and rat shit.
Yeah, baked gauze. You know that gauze band-aids you put on? It tastes like baked gauze.
I got something real quick, just real quick.
Trash.
They hung 3 or 4 because of the multitude of thou whoredoms, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts. When you go into that word mistress, I mean master. Just like the apostle said, they have incorporated all these different, you know, doctrines, you know, these left-hand doctrines. You know, it said, set up the nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. You see, so everything you see is just not done just by mistake. You know, it's a purpose behind it. You know.
Oh yeah. Everything that they do, you know, and you know, everything is a ritual. With Esau, everything is a ritual. Remember, the Most High has a priesthood, right? Esau has a priesthood. The nations have a priesthood. Whenever something went down, right, with the kingdom, whether it's the Egyptians, the Babylon, whoever, who did they consult? They consulted the Magi, the wise men, the priests, you know, of that particular nation. Because they also have rituals and sacrifices and things that they do, ceremonies and all that. You know, you got it.
A perfect example is the Simpsons, right? Every time something major happened, people go look at those Simpsons. I'm like, see, it was in, you know, that's a form of witchcraft. You know, that's how these devils get down. You know,
that's exactly how they get down.
What's the book that they write? They say have to put it in plain face.
Talmud.
The Talmud. Yep.
Talmud. They gotta tell you before it actually happens. You know?
A cunning craftiness.
And who read the Talmud?
Oh boy, smart.
See, who read the Talmud?
The liquor
right? So when they say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know what it's talking about.
That's right, bro.
But go ahead now.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47.
Right, get the verse where it says from that
sorceries. Yes, sir.
I mean, if that part is a little further down, you can start right
here. Okay. This is the book of Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
See? Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, meaning from their inception, from the moment they came into power. Because you got to understand, people thinking, oh yeah, the founding forefathers, they were these righteous Christians. No, they were demons, they were devils. You know, they worshiped witchcraft. The majority of them, if not all of them, were Freemasons.
Right.
You know, George Washington, the first so-called president, or Edomite president, should I say, they have a picture of him with a straight up Freemason or
Freemason
regalia. You know? So how's that gonna be your president? You're supposed to be setting up Christianity, but you setting up this, you know, satanic, you know, example. So from your youth, from when you first started, America didn't become wicked overnight. America been wicked. They've been, you know, done things that's contrary to the scriptures. For the moment they step foot, you know, on this side of the world. And before that. So you got it.
I got the word
You look up enchantment.
Okay.
And then after that one, get the word sorcery or sorceries in the same verse, What verse was that? 12?
This verse 12. Isaiah 47 to 12.
The term is habar, association, company, band, shared association, society, a magician, charmer, spell.
Right. Magician. So khabar, which is companion. You know, and also that goes into, you know, it said what, sorcery?
It said
I know it said company.
no, I ain't say no sorcery. But
No, what else did it say? Magician. Magician and what?
Charmer.
Charmer. A charmer is somebody that casts spells. You know, like you have something called pharmakia, right? Pharmakia is the Greek way of saying witch, where you get the word pharmacy from. When you read in Revelation, it speaks about sorceries. You know, no more sorceries or whatever the case may be. That goes into the word pharmakia, which goes into these drugs that they administer to people. Now, the drugs aren't just the ones that they give you in these so-called hospitals, but also those hallucinogenic things that people take to alter their mind state.
Yep.
Now, you ever heard testimonies from people that took acid or different speed and things of that nature? Yeah, them fucking mushrooms. They see visions. They see like different crazy shit, bugged out shit.
Yeah.
Because that opens up the spirit world. You know? And that's why a lot of those musicians, they used to take that, and then that would open up their mind to the other dimensions, and that's why they were able to write these songs. They became such great hits. You know, and then on top of that, they would take them, the masters, and over to certain witches, and they would pray over that stuff. So America always been wicked. You had something to say?
No, I was thinking like when I was overseas in the war, they had me on medication to like help me sleep like on my downtime.
Right.
But I didn't read on the medicine that said don't drink anything acidic. You know, so I go to the chow. I get pineapple juice. You know, and I sit down. I'm drinking the pineapple juice, and it's like a bunch of like flags and like that shit sent me on a trip. Like the Notre Dame dude was dancing on the flag. You know, it was like that shit was crazy. Like that's like I never want to go through that again. There was some crazy shit. Like I was looking around people's faces, was doing this.
And you went on a viaje.
Yeah. I was like, man, I said, get me the hell out of here.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. I was never gonna do that.
Yeah, man. When I was younger, man, this these cats I used to hang with, they had this thing. I think it was called Rush. It was like a bottle, like almost like a perfume, and then you would smell it, and it would kind of have you kind of bugged out. I remember I did that shit once, and then I never, man. I said, hell no, fuck, this shit ain't for me. You know, that shit had me like bugged out. You know, I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I was young too, and I was like, nah. But other people, they do that shit, and they like that shit.
We love it, yeah.
They like that trip.
That shit was just like a total demonic experience. I was like, oh hell no, never again. You know, you was just like just fucked up. You just, or any, smoking or whatever. You just have like be super paranoid and shit. I say, nah, this shit ain't for me.
Heart beating all fast.
Yeah.
You're sitting up there. Man, I said, I don't never want to feel that. I said, people that take this shit, man, they must be on some other plane, because that wasn't fun. I was drinking water all fast. Like, I was trying to get it through my system, man. That was hell. And then, like, you're in war, bombs blowing up outside and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was in there tripping, they did just wanted to set me in my room. I'm sitting in my room drinking water, looking all crazy, man. I was like, man, you gotta be a special kind of demon to want to feel like that.
But you got these devils that love that shit.
Yeah.
They like can't wait to go on those trips, taking acid and all that shit.
Yeah. At them rave parties, they take broomsticks because it absorbs anywhere in your skin. They'll take paint brushes. And they'll put the acid on there and walk past and swipe you with the paintbrush.
Hey, somebody never come back from that trip.
Yeah.
No. They luggage stay forever packed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you see them when you downtown, bugged out.
Yeah.
They hair all fucking curled up. With a
Two beating a stick against the ground.
With a
Oh shit.
yeah, it's like dude last week, you know.
It fucks with their nerves.
Yeah.
Their nerves never probably recovers from that. You know. And to back you up with the when you said broomstick, and it reminded me of I looked up what was the synonymous between a witch and a broomstick, and the witch has the whole cauldron thing of all the drugs that they put, and basically she'll take the tip of the broomstick and stick it up her to basically another form of way to get high, and that's the whole reason why the witch rides the broomstick and everything, because the drugs that she's using is synonymous of that hallucination. Why do you think she's flying? Because what she's high off whatever she came up with that cauldron. Me and Pops we did a study on it. It was always like, well, what's up with the witch and the broomstick? We never got it, but when we looked it up, the broomsticks look like a rod, so she'll dip the tip of the broomstick in her cauldron of drugs and stick it up, and then she'll become high off that, and that's what the whole broomstick thing with the witch stuff. But it shows you that what the drugs is synonymous with witchcraft.
Well, Hamites do that. The women, they get the stone, the stone toys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they do that because, and then the men, they the earth,
Yeah.
I just put it like that.
Yeah.
Mondo magic, they call it.
That's why they be jumping high as hell, bouncing their necks.
Yep.
You gotta be demonic to have cow piss on your head.
Yo, man.
This is weird.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Revelation 18:23. You got more? You have more? Did you have more now?
I was done. Yeah, I was done.
Who was reading?
He was reading definitions.
So you know what? Before you read it anymore, get that real quick in Revelation 18.
Revelation 18:23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Right, this is after the destruction of America, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Because it's all going to go up in smoke. Go ahead.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
For by the sorceries were all nations deceived.
By thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Because remember, America got a spell on the world. It said that they wandered after the beast. So they're under a spell. Go ahead.
It says, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
So now go to the 23rd verse in the blue letter and get the word sorceries.
I got it.
Hey, this guy, John Todd, he spoke about that. Because he was up in the Council of 13, one of the highest witches, the Council of 13. And in that council, he said that they would actually get high off of drugs to be able to, do their incantations and stuff, So and then when he didn't have the drugs, that spell was wearing off. When that spell wore off and he went to withdrawal, then he was sitting there for hours trying to think of a church that he could go to that was not paid off by the Illuminati and that was not, that pastor wasn't on the payroll.
Yeah, and that group Sliding the Family Stones, they said that when they used to get together, they used to all get high and drunk, and then when they come down, they did a whole album. They say one of the dudes, he got out and they went to church, started going to church, and he heard them playing that. He heard the dude on the guitar playing it in the church, and he was like, "Dude," he said, "you can't be playing that in here." He said, you know how high we was, we was messed up when we was dealing with spirits and everything. Like you can't say you shouldn't play that song in here. That if you want me to stay, that bass line. Mm-hmm. There's a bass player playing that in the church, and he walked up to him like, "Dude, we fucking was dealing with spirits doing that album." Yeah. And they used to get high off them drugs, and they get drunk, and then when they come out of it, they didn't get a whole album. Yeah,
that's why them successful entertainers. They have help on the left hand side. Mm-hmm. Them demons, live in their bodies, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Cause you know sometimes you be like, damn, I just want to do all these songs, you know, all these hits and all that. They working with the left hand side. Now they got talent, yes they do, but they got help from the left hand energy spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. Like when they gave themselves over to those.
Oh yeah.
To those. You was talking about earlier. You was talking about those. Not ceremonies, but Rituals they be doing, man. They, you know, those rituals open doors to certain spirits. You know, spirits come in and inhabit you. Then you know, hey, you get your increase for this world, man. You know. But that's why the scriptures say, what's that scripture? You have received your consolation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Their consolation, they received their consolation because they sold out. You know?
A precept for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 18:10. It says, "There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or use it divination, or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer."
Hey,
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, y'all was talking about earlier how we got angels with us, but the people that's on the left hand side, they got handlers. They got people that travel with them and do spells and keep them in that stupor, man.
Keep control.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, and that's off that scripture alone. That's why America is going to be destroyed. You know, because hey, read that again. Because America is what is a completely based off this. You know, from the food. The food is even witchcraft, you know?
You know, you got that song in my head. If you want me to stay.
Look what they do with the food, you know? Look at the medicine. Yep. You know? So go ahead.
It says, back in Deuteronomy 18:10, it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or useth divination, or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer."
Yeah. And now all that is straight up out front, you know. You'll be walking up the street and you'll see somebody walking around with the chain with the pennant star in it, you know, with the Baphomet tattoo on them.
Yeah.
You know.
All seeing eye. They'll have a pyramid with an all seeing eye at the top.
I've seen multiple people with the Baphomet tattoo.
I've seen them stop at the camp. It's a star there, and I've seen them stop right there at the camp and pray right at that star before. Like they do it like openly now, man.
Oh yeah.
But I got that word for it.
Come on, bring it up. Bring it out.
The word sorcery, pharmakia. Right? It says the use of administrative drugs.
There you go.
Poisoning, sorcery, magic arts.
And that's why they'll do what? They'll take certain herbs, mix it in with the potion. Yeah, it's a potion. They take the herbs that work and mix it in with poisons that pretty much jack your body up and put you in an altered state of mind. With the idea to try to get your mind off of the pain. But all they're doing is just feeding it.
Yep.
So they can keep you on the hook.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sorcery, magical arts, often found in the connection with idolatry and fostered by it. Metaphorically, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry.
Yeah, which comes with the drugs.
Now you go to the Strongs, right? It says medication.
Yep.
Pharmacy.
That's it.
Magic, literal or figuratively.
There you go.
Sorcery, witchcraft.
Now see right where you went to the Strongs? See you have the G5332. Do you have that on yours?
Yep.
Right there. Click on that.
It says one who prepares or uses magical remedies. Sorcerer. You know?
Yeah.
Then you go to the Strongs, right? A drug that is spell-giving potion.
Oh, spell-giving potion.
Then it says a druggist, pharmacist.
These are the biggest druggists on the planet.
Or poisoner, that is. The extension, a magician or sorcerer.
That's it. You got it.
This is a definition of potion. It's a liquid with healing, magical, or poisonous properties.
Boom. You can't make the shit up.
Okay.
Because the biggest, if I'm not mistaken, the biggest pusher of these drugs is America.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And the people, you got majority of people that are over 40 at least, even younger, every goddamn body's on medication. Some form of medication.
Well, they went to the Middle East, right? And we said they just went over there for oil, but they went over there for the poppy fields too. You know? That's why everybody is on fucking opioids, you know? Instead of them you can actually take the pills and, you know, burn it down and actually inject it in your arm. Just like regular, you know, just like raw heroin.
Heroin.
You know?
All food.
Even with the televisions, all that, you know, everything about the television is is sorcerers. You know, they got channel, you know, which means channeling spirits. Programming. It's all of it. Everything about the television is channeling spirits into your household. You know, and that's another device that he used to get, you know, these different spirits. You know, that's why sometimes you see people watch something and it brings a whole different type of vibe into your house, you know? Like that, what's that shit the women used to be watching when they fight? Hollywood. What was it? Bad Girl Club. Man, bro, like that had a heavy spirit on these women for a minute, you know? Where actually they thought their lives was like that, you know?
Hey, so you was talking about the opioids, the opioid crisis. Like, you wasn't seeing people all stuck in Baltimore and all the surrounding areas. Like, you know, like it's real like druggy over there. You know, it's a major port in Jersey over there. And you wasn't seeing all them people all stuck on the corner before they went over there to Afghanistan. You wasn't seeing those videos like that, you know. And then after they go over to Afghanistan and start fighting the people over there, all of a sudden these videos of people stuck on the corner like this. People bent all over backwards, stuck. You know?
And that's a potion, man.
Yeah.
Somebody just right there, sleep in the air. Ain't shit even holding. They just standing there sleeping.
Body all contorted.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's witchcraft.
Like you feel like they're gonna fall, but they don't.
And it ain't just heroin. They take heroin and all kind of shit, mix it all together, you know.
And then demonic try to come off of it. And they go through the withdrawal. They sick. You know, for days they can't move, cold shit. You know, it takes a toll on them, bro.
Hey, body wants it. Crazy.
I'm sorry.
No, they got it.
They got the stuff that they give you for heroin, for like if you're a recovering addict, it's called methadone. That shit is just as fucking bad as heroin. You get off one thing. Oh, this devil, man, he gotta go, man. You get off one thing to try to save your life. You can die like people die coming off of the heroin shit, like going through the withdrawals. Like, people die from that shit.
Well, you know, a lot of these people get on these drugs. Like, say they might have got an injury or something, and the doctor give them something, and they get addicted to the fucking pain pills. They end up on all kind of other pills and shit, man.
Because after a while, the body, you know, builds a resistance to that. So you need something stronger. Stronger and stronger.
They make you a dope fiend.
Hey, what was that movie with the Wayans brother? He was like, I'm chewing codeine with my pancakes. I'm trying to think of that movie.
That was the Boy Scouts.
Yep. The Last Boy Scout, or was it the Last Boy Scout?
Last Boy Scout, something with Damon Wayne and
he was playing football. He was somebody who was chewing codeine with his pancakes. He was on drugs,
doing sniffing coke.
Yep, man. Like, see, man, this devil, man.
The Last Boy Scout.
Read verse 12.
Let's go.
This is back to Deuteronomy 18 and 12. It says, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh. And because of these abominations, the Lord Yahweh, thy power doth drive them out from before thee. So we ain't even supposed to have no dealing with those type of people, or these different wizards and magicians and sorcerers, man. We ain't supposed to have no dealings with them.
They normalized it.
Exodus 20 and 18 is that? Or 22.
22. I got that. That's why I got it.
Walgreens and CVS and shit is normalized. You know, then they have it that you go to school for. You go and fucking become a damn pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Pharmacist.
yeah. And then they demonize the what you call them herbalists. The damn herbalists. You know, the natural herbalists. You know, and then a lot of the herbs that they have, right? They fucking water them down. They don't give you fucking pure herbs. You know.
Yeah, burdock root with maca with this.
Look, that's why you might have like some Esau. He'll fucking release some shit, and you be taking herbs, and you can't get rid of the shit with the herbs. You have to go get his fucking medicine. Mm-hmm. Fucking get rid of it, man.
Yeah, because a lot of those herbs that you get, they irradiated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what they do is they have it. It is what it is the herb, but the beneficial properties of it, they kill them off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or either that or your stomach acid kills the herb before you even gets to your system. You know, it's just all bad. If the herb is weak, the herb is supposed to be potent. When it hits your body, it's supposed to be potent enough to withstand the stomach acid process. But you know, that's why they tell you to drink so much water to dilute your stomach acids. You know, when you take herbs, they say you drink 8 ounces of water when you take this because that's supposed to help it absorb into your make it into your intestines.
Yeah, and we're not doctors. We're not giving medical advice. Yeah, we're just sharing information.
Yep, we're just sharing information. Okay. That's crazy, man. You gotta say that in these days, man. Yeah. Like, you know that his medicine is messed up.
Yeah, but the scripture said he got forces of lies.
That's right.
Physicians of no value, man.
Yep.
You know, everybody's sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody got some kind of damn fucking disease, man. Some kind of ailment. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
Either they fucking mentally fucked up or physically so in their body, man.
Yeah. You know? And a lot of times, like the herbs are supposed to heal you. Like you're supposed to take the herbs for however long you got the sickness and it's supposed to go away. These people get on these medicines from this devil and they be on them for the rest of their fucking life. Mm-hmm. They be on them for the rest of their life, bro. Like, and it becomes get up and go take my medicine, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it becomes a part of their life.
Who are you leave off there, man?
Exodus.
Yeah, let's get that, and then if we get a chance, we can go back to Habakkuk.
Okay.
Cause you know that's
yeah.
Trying to get back there.
I know. Yeah, we about to get back.
But you know what? These are all the symptoms or the reasons why some of the reasons why the Lord's going to destroy this place.
That's right.
You know, you paint yourself as these benevolent people. You said in God we trust. It's in your court systems. It's in your dollars, your money. But really, when you look at the God that they're talking about Satan. They're not talking about the Most High. Because everything that's what the Lord said unto the wicked, the Most High said, what dost thou do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenants in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my word behind thee? So you got it, bro.
This is Exodus chapter 22 and verse 18. It says, thou shalt not suffer. It says thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death.
And they do all of that. Somebody get that word, which the heat, bro. All right.
Heat, bro.
It says 22:18.
I got it.
All right, bring it out. Bring it out.
Kashat. It says practice witchcraft or sorcery, use witchcraft, sorcerer, sorceress.
Right. Let's see. Trying to see if there's any more.
What they saying is true because me and the brother Osh, when we watched that video, when the brother Osh watched the video when I first came to the truth, it was this dude, he was like a warlock sorcerer. He said he could hire others to have him putting spells, going around in different neighborhoods and put spells. He would pray on the whole neighborhoods. He would pray for days and days and days, throwing up curses in Jake neighborhoods, bro.
Yep.
So he said he was hours and hours and hours.
Weight would go up.
Yeah.
And then he said some people that the spirit was to tell him like, yo, you can't touch this person.
Yep.
Let you know that the elect was among, or it was like a whole neighborhood was those, and he had this hatred for this one person, man. He said that the spirit wouldn't even that whatever was on him wouldn't allow him to touch this person.
Buried on him.
It's all about the elect.
So it was beautiful when I was listening. I was like, oh man, because I was like, wow, these people out here for hours praying for our downfall.
And accuse of our brother.
Yeah. And then, but the Lord still gonna protect his elect. Don't care what you do. So I was like, man, that was a powerful video to me. That was about 10 years, about 7, 8 years ago.
Hey,
watch that.
Hey, I asked you and Gabaria was there when we was at the camp. Remember we was at the camp in Miller, and it was like these all of a sudden these devils, these white people, with hoodies on, come, like they wear regular clothes, but they come doing like, oh, we're gonna beautify the city, and they come painting on different walls of abandoned buildings, and then when you look at it closely, it's all kind of demonic symbols. Like they had upside down crosses and demonic figures. We was at the camp. In Miller, and I felt like something behind me. I was like, it felt like when your hair's raised up. It was like painting behind me, and I felt the feeling. I turned around and looked back, and I looked again, and they had like all kind of demonic upside down crosses and demonic figures painted. And, man, these devils, they go, oh, we're gonna beautify the neighborhood, and they be a bunch of fucking witches, man.
Yeah. Hey, we've had witches come to the camp, sitting there in front of the camp like this. Jesus, man, it's a fucking witch. Jesus. Wow. They're still throwing the spells. He's doing chants against Israel, against Jacob. But we've actually witnessed that. And they see, most people are not in tune. So they'll do that in front of people, and people will be none the wiser. But we call them out, look, and then they was like, oh shit, we have one that could see. Then they start throwing the name Jesus in there. Which shows you that the name Jesus is not the name of the Lord.
That's right.
Because them demons are not afraid of the name Jesus. They're afraid of the name Yahushai.
That's right.
Because they're subject to that name.
Yeah. They're not afraid of the name Christ either.
No sir.
Christless.
Is that it, good boy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Strong's, it says to whisper a spell, to enchant or practice magic, sorcery, use witchcraft.
Now, Elder Apostle Gabar and Elder Apostle Wakav told me one time. I'm not sure. I don't think Elder Apostle Tahar was there that time. Maybe he was. I'm not sure. But on 86th and 3rd, they used to sell oils and incense and stuff there. And there was this one dude that rolled up to them and told them, you know that there's forces out here that's stopping y'all from making money. And the apostle told them, yeah, we know. And then they just walked away. But you don't understand that we gonna get the daily bread. Y'all got it. That's it. Hopefully till we set free.
That's it.
Yeah. Let's get back to that.
All right, this is
Elder Yas been dying to get back to that.
You want to start back at 1?
Yeah, you might as well. Matter of fact, just jump to 2.
2. It's Habakkuk 3 and 2. It says, O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy. It says, the power came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah.
Yeah, that's like when the Lord delivered us, that's what happened back then. And this is going to happen again. Yahushua is going to come, and he's going to destroy this place. Right. Who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments, from Basra? Go ahead.
His glory covered the heavens.
His glory. And all, do not look at the finger or you miss all that heavenly glory. So his glory covered the heavens. Just like during the time when was that Elisha, he asked the Lord to open up the young man's eyes, because the young man saw the I think it was Philistines or one of them Hamitic nations. They had a whole lot of warriors and chariots and just different weapons of war, and it was like tents. So the young man got nervous, and Elisha asked the Lord to open up his eyes. And when he opened up his eyes, he saw all the chariots and the angels all in the heavens, the hosts of the Lord. You know? And they were there. They were always there. But he just didn't see it. And then Elisha, when he prayed, he opened up his eyes and he saw it. Remember, Elisha got a double portion of Elijah's spirit. You know? You had a precept, you said?
This is Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and
Beautiful.
every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Right, so now you might as well go to Psalm 68 and what is that, 17?
Yep.
That's it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Read that and then we can go back to Habakkuk.
Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are 20,000, even 20,000s of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place.
Same deal. Same deal. Same account. You know? So it's the angels, the multitudes of angels. Matter of fact, one more.
Yeah, so he's gonna show up in a
Daniel 7,
glorious fashion, man.
Right, bro.
But also in a fearful fashion too. Like, they already freaking out over there in New Jersey and all that stuff. Yeah, they're freaking out. So imagine you see, millions of them.
Right.
Fleets, thousands upon the thousands, man. What do you think they're gonna? What do you think, man? People gonna freak out, man.
Hey, that's why everybody buying Bibles, because they seeing all these chariots. And you know what? A lot of people are being waking up through the work that we're doing.
Hey, but look, who been talking about the chariots, right?
Yeah.
Remember, we was a bunch of crazies, man.
Who was that? It was you.
UFOs,
You posted that.
UFOs and the chariots.
You posted that picture where it says he shall come with clouds.
But you know what? Vocab Malone was talking shit, right?
Yeah.
When they seen brothers, praising the Lord about the chariots.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't think they UFO. Now, hold on. What you got to say now?
Right.
Your own scientists and officials of the government are, saying that this factual facts.
And why we always see the chariots?
Ooh.
Right in the Great Millstone, man. We always see the chariots.
Hey, they be at the camps. They be at the camps. Hey, man, remember we saw all them chariots? We was from the Sam's? Man.
We were just flying over y'all when y'all was, when y'all was just
That at the beginning of the video, the brother Yatzazak was pointing up right where the chariot. You can't make this up, man. It's like the spirit was telling us, look, I'm gonna show myself. Because at the beginning, he was pointing up in the sky, right where the chariot flew, and that was at the beginning of the video. And then, man, it was a spiritual night, man.
It just came, as soon as we finished the camp, it just came like that, down, and then it went behind the building and came out on the other side of the building. But they say, when you see it on the video, it's good to see it, but when you actually saw it, it was just like different. Cause it was like 100 times brighter than that. But then when you see it on the camera, it looks bright still, but not as bright as it was when because we didn't know what Apostle Ricardo and us. I don't know if you saw it too. We were standing there. No, you was at the camp. You were facing us. So Apostle Ricardo, we both saw it, but we didn't put two and two together till after, because we both saw it go down like that. It was super bright. And it went behind the building, but we didn't see when it went behind the building. We just saw like when it just came down like that. And then all of a sudden, when the brother says the chariots, I said, "Oh shit!" So that's what that was. It was like super bright. You got it. Who's reading?
Daniel 7.
Yep.
Daniel 7 and 9. It says, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit."
That's the Most High, and those are the different nations, fallen empires. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Which shows you he's a so-called black man. All right, get it right, true. Go ahead.
His throne was like the fiery flame.
Right, which is the chariot. Go ahead.
And his wheels as burning fire.
Which is talking about the chariots. Now read on to the next verse.
A fiery steam issued and came forth from before him.
That's what we're gonna read in Habakkuk now. Next, go ahead. That's the laser. Remember that the tables of stones were written with the finger of the Most High. So he caused a laser to chisel out the 10 commandments. They weren't so-called 10 commandments, right? Even though it was more than 10 commandments, but on the stones, the 10 commandments was the guideline or the instructions to give us an instruction of all of them. It was like a summary, so to speak. Right?
Thousands ministered unto him.
Those are the angels. Right?
And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Mm-hmm. The judgment was set and the books were opened.
Beautiful. Now, Salakia, go to Isaiah 13. You got something? Bring it up.
Real quick. 2 Ezra 13:3. And I beheld, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. You know?
Because you got to imagine that, man. You got to imagine that. These devils are getting scared and nervous and pissing and shitting on themselves from seeing what they call little orbs. Right? So just imagine when they fully manifest in front of them. And they see the actual details of the chariots. And they see that it's not what they've been talking about. They see it's not no green men coming out of there. It's actual so-called black men, angelic, so-called black men with power.
That's right.
Like the one dude gave a description. They said the vehicle they came in, which is the chariot, was about a mile long. And he said when they opened up, he said the men that got out, so-called black men, he said they had to look like a people that had never been conquered.
Yep.
You know? So can you imagine that? Having that fierce look that nobody ever conquered you and nobody could ever conquer you?
Man.
You know what type of fear that's going to put in these devils?
Yeah.
Hey, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They became like women. Matter of fact, I think in Habakkuk 3 it speaks about them becoming like women. Was that it on that?
In the Daniel year, you said Isaiah 13?
Yeah, you know what? Nah, that covered it right there. So let's go back to Habakkuk.
It's Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 3 said,
We cooking now in the spirit.
The Holy
got a little warmer in here.
Yeah, bro. I'm shit. Goddamn.
And the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise.
Right. The earth was full of his praise. Why? Because the word is going out through the four corners of the earth. And also it says that all eyes shall see it. There ain't going to be an area up in the heavens that's not going to be covered by chariots. They're going to be everywhere. And then Yahushai's chariot itself, because Yahushai's chariot, we believe it's going to, the shuttle ships are going to come off of that, because that's the main chariot, that big, gigantic mountain that Ezra saw, which the elder just read, part of that scripture.
Read it real quick.
Yeah, but
2 Ezra 13:6, the 6th verse. But I beheld, and lo, he raised himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region, a place where out the hill was graven. I could not. So he could. It was so big he couldn't see the chariot, man.
Yeah.
Or he couldn't measure it.
Right. He was trying to reason where this thing came from. He's looking on the earth, looking for. Let's see. There's got to be a piece of the earth somewhere where there was a mountain that's missing. Because that's how big that chariot was.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Yeah. No. So like the J.W. Webb.
J.W. Oh, I thought.
Yeah. Not satellite, but it was a telescope.
Telescope. The Hugh.
Yeah.
What's the name? The Hugh.
Hubble telescope.
Something like that.
No, the one they shut down was called J.W. Webb. They said they called a cube. It was a cube, a black cube, coming in and out of the sun. And they said by measure, this thing had to be like 100 times larger than the Earth. This black cube, and it was pictures of it just sitting in front of the sun. Like just sitting there. They said it was going in and out of the sun, going in the sun, coming out on another side. And they said, they scared the shit out of them. They shut the telescope.
We don't want to see this anymore.
We'll use that one. We won't use this one. Hey, all these people that work for Google are on overtime trying to stop people from looking at Google, the reverse Google Earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're looking. People are catching all kind of shit. What is that?
Don't look
What
up.
is that? They're catching all kind of shit like things. So now I bet you they got it on some kind of feed where it's just showing the same thing looped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people were starting to catch all kind of ships, and man, I'm talking about ships that look like crystals, ships that, man, beautiful, man. Like ships that look like some shit on Star Wars. You know, they got just a bunch of lights on it. This big black shit with a bunch of lights on it. People are scared. These people that work for NASA, they scared, man.
Oh yeah.
They shook.
You know that there was I don't know if it was a Simeonite.
Mm-hmm.
He was watching his like kind of a big screen TV that he had.
I see that.
The guy feeding back.
Yeah.
And they started showing these big, massive ships coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, look at this, man.
That's
Look at
what I thought you
this.
said about that first. Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, he was like, and then all of a sudden the
he was
feed
bugging.
got cut.
Yep.
They cut the feed.
Yep.
You know, why you gonna cut the feed?
That guy, the movie director Jordan Peele, he knows about the chariots and sniffing them at the cloud. The movie Nope is known to be an UFO movie, and then on the cover of it, he has a big cloud beaming up a cow. You know, and it's a cloud like a regular looking cloud. You know,
It was hiding in the cloud in the movie.
Yep, it was her.
Hey, fire it folded in itself.
Same with that movie. That was with No. It's called Knowing.
Yeah, knowing.
The end, it was a big cloud with a light that was taking all those kids to.
But notice, before that happened, what happened? There was the nuclear destruction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they show you, that's another good scene, the first one was, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
That was an excellent scene for the nuclear destruction, but that also showed a real good visual.
Yep.
And it showed a fire, this wave of fire,
yeah.
coming down through the streets of New York.
Wiping everything out.
And another beautiful part was only certain people could go. It was for the elect
Yeah.
to be able to go.
It's all about
The children.
Yeah,
Hey,
the children
of Israel.
They
They
could go, man.
represented the children of Israel.
Yeah.
They had Edomites playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We know the real deal.
Yeah.
We got that. Y'all gotta watch that.
Yeah, knowing. Oh yeah.
That's some
Jay,
must watch.
Jay, should we watch
Hey,
Knowing?
what you got? You got something?
I got something.
Yeah, bring it out.
Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, "His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, and as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark." All right, so yeah, and the right aiming thunderbolts is what the concentrated fire shoots from them from the chariots, man. And it's gonna completely eradicate people, off the face of the earth, man. There'll be nothing, just powder, like the elder said,
Yeah, and they showed you that in that movie.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. You know, they're turning. He said the Lord shall beat them into powder.
Yeah.
You know, they got them beams that's just gonna turn. Hey, the brother in Cali said he said when he saw the chariots hitting people with beams. He said he looked like they was turning into pink salt, piles of pink salt. Said the chariot was zapping them dry. And the one I saw was it was a chariot. It was riding on tornadoes. It was a dream I saw. The chariot was riding on tornadoes, bro, and people was running out of their houses down this hill, and lightning bolts was coming out the chariot and just zapping people, and their clothes was flying away. It was just zapping.
Like that movie War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, kind. Hey, a sister drew a picture of it. By the way, one of the sisters.
It was they were dehydrated from the blast of the laser. Bring it out.
Second Ezra, I'll start from Second Ezra 16:9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath. Who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, who shall not fear. He shall thunder, who shall not be afraid. The Lord shall threaten who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
Yeah, sister drew, one of the brothers' wives drew a picture of that dream I had.
With the glass floor.
Mm-hmm. This was the first picture.
Somebody bring it to the camera.
Yeah.
That's bad right there.
Yeah, but that's the vision. Hey, that sister drew that vision. The vision that I had, one of the brothers heard me talk about it, because that dream scared the shit out of me. Like, because I'm looking, these people running, wood chips going everywhere, flying everywhere, and people just getting zapped. The chariot just shooting out lightning bolts, zapping people into dust.
Hey, well, that's 2 Ezra 13. Mm-hmm. They shot nothing but dust and smell of smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that's called kicking up the dust.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's kicking up the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, right.
All right, this is back in Habakkuk chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 4. It said, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power.
Now look up that word horn in the blue letter, and it's gonna tell you what it's gonna tell you what it's all about.
Okay.
Because that's the lasers. Because remember in 2 Ezra it says that he neither lifted up sword nor any weapon of war, but all I saw was a blast of fire coming out of his mouth.
Yep.
That was that laser. He said that's where his power was at. Who got that?
Okay.
Okay, read up.
Korah. Yep. Says horn of strength, flask, horn-like projections on the altar. It says the rays of light.
The rays of light. That's your concentrated, laser or heat, which is what the scriptures also call the finger of the Most High. Was that it on it?
I'm trying to see.
Now there was in the you got the red Bible. Anybody got the red Bible on them?
Oh,
I know you had it, but I know you had.
I'll keep it in the car because it's small.
Nobody got a copy of that red Bible.
Yeah, let me go out there and get it.
I got
Yeah, but when you go to the strong right at the bottom, it says a ray of light, figuratively powered. You see? Exhale horn, right? So what they seen was when you go into the strong, right? Or when you go deeper into the word, right? It says to shine, to send out rays, to display, to grow horns, to be horned.
Hey, that orb that shot down that drone, it was like a red lightning bolt. When they shot that orb, when that drone got shot out of the sky by that orb, it looked like a red lightning bolt. It said, and it just zapped it out the sky. I was like, whew, man, the Lord is threatening, man.
Oh, there we go, right there. Right, so when you look it up, right in the red letter, it says bright beams out of his side.
That's the laser.
Yep.
That's the bright beams coming out of his
Yeah,
side.
bright beams out of his side.
And that's different from the horn. You can have a horn from ram's horn, or you can have a horn to call the people, trumpet and all that. But that particular horn is talking about that ray of light coming out.
Yeah, which is gonna destroy Esau and his military. You know, they don't have a fighting chance, man. At the end, Yahweh shall win.
That's it. Those are bars right there.
Well, it's written, who can make war against the beast? Right? Yahweh shall. That's who's gonna make war against.
Yeah, that's why I said in righteousness he doesn't make war.
Yep. That's who's gonna make war against them.
He gonna
All right,
take him
Yahweh shall.
He gonna smooth take them out.
Yep. Precept.
This is gonna be the smoothest transition ever.
Yeah. What they say? Who's this coming to Edom?
Yep.
with dyed garments, you know, from Basra.
Hey, the Lord's gonna make easy work of Esau and the nations and their militaries.
Yeah, a speedy riddance. It's gonna be the fastest war ever fought.
That's what I said. In 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine those chariots just zipping by, just whacking shit? Just, can you imagine these? They said that the G-force of the speed those chariots move would burst a human body into pieces. Just the speed that they move, the pressure from the speed that they move would burst the human body into pieces. And then they changed it's moving with all this G-force and changed directions on a dime.
Right.
You know, and they got the Space Force. They've been at the Space Force. They out there shooting laser beam at the chariots. They out there literally trying to take down the Lord's army. You know, and they said that they had the video. The chariots is minding his fucking business, and then here comes the fucking oppressor, the devil. Shoot a laser at it, and the chariot is going. It don't look like it's going fast because of the distance it's at, but the chariot is moving, and they shot the laser. The chariot stopped and went the other way, and then when they shot the laser at the chariot, it stopped and went the other way. Like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you today.
Drop of a dime, you see?
Yeah. Eventually the Lord gonna cut them loose.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You said what, bro?
No, I was gonna say that just shows you that the chariots doesn't even are not even bound by the same laws that we're by. That's the law of motion.
Yep.
You know, for something to the law of motion, for something to stop that right, it has to slow down in order to stop it. To stop on a dime and change directions. That's completely defined the law of motion.
It did just like this.
Especially at that high rate of speed, you know?
That's God.
Because something can't stop like that or something can't take off like that. Right. So just imagine, it didn't only just stop. It stopped and then continued to speed in another direction. Yeah. You know, you talking about 0 to 100.
Hey, they finally released the actual video of the chariot shooting down a satellite too. They had a simulation video because, you know, they scared. But they finally released that video of the actual chariot. The chariot, the rocket is moving. The chariot gets up and matches speed with the rocket, and just shot a beam.
Oh, hit him a couple of times. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. Shot him through one side, hit him from the front, and then the other side, and flew the fuck off.
Yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, they just unleashed it. First it was a simulator. They had a little triangle and a little, you know, but now they released the full video recently because they scared.
Get back to the scripture.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, bro. But back in Habakkuk chapter 3, verse, I'm gonna start at verse 4. It said, "And his brightness was as light, and his horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet." All right, let's talk about those laser beams, man. And like the elder was going into, man, this is a power that they have not seen before, man.
Right, bro.
All right, this is something that they can't recognize, and they're trying to do everything they can to try to combat it. Mm-hmm. But there's no way. All right, that's why this war that's going to be fought is going to be a fast one, because there's nothing that they can do to stop what's going to happen, man. They can't put a weapon together to fight the chariots, man. There's no way.
Precept.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
That's it.
And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right to the curse, man. Because this is a sign of Esau's downfall. Mm-hmm. We're reading about how the Lord is coming back with his chariots, man. Yep. How he's coming back to take down this devil, man. You know? Because once Yahweh shine and the chariots come, that's it. That's end game. Yeah. You know? Your rulership is over, your kingdom is over, you know?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
This ends in shackles and chains, man. Mm-hmm. You know? and there's only one victor, you know? Go ahead.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off.
Everyone that stealeth, right? So this devil, right? He done stole everything, man. You know, he done stole the whole nationality. He done stole land. You know, everything he got, he stole it. All right? Yep. So everyone that stealeth, so we know that fit the so-called white man.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And everyone that swerveth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
Right, shall enter into the house of the thief. Go ahead.
And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
And it's gonna consume it, man. See those chariots is sent to destroy this place, man.
That's right, bro.
And really, honestly, that's the Lord. That's him being a Jamaican. Because the Lord can send one chariot to do the damage. But he just showing his power. He being dramatic, you know. He can send one angel to tear down this place, man.
Yep. Right.
But he's just gonna really show out, man. He gonna show up and show out, man.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
because Esau, got his fighter jets and all this, and and think, like Esau said, because thou sayest, because I am a God, you know. He gonna show you what a God look like,
Yeah.
you know.
God.
And his splendor and his excellency.
He gonna show you what his eternity look like, you know.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
That was it, Omar.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 4 again, it said, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand.
Yeah, horns coming out of his hand, Reed.
And there was the hiding of his power.
You know what? Get Revelations the 19th chapter, real quick. On his head was many crowns. Then when you read Revelations, the 6th chapter, it said what? He went forth conquering and conquering. Get that first, Revelations, the 6th chapter. Then read the 19th.
This is
Because who's he conquering? He's conquering. Oh, then get, he shall overthrow the throne of the heathen. He's coming to take down these heathens, man, and set up his kingdom, man. All right, the real new world order is coming, you know. And it's gonna be Yahweh Shai, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, King David, and what? His elect.
I got that.
What is it?
You got it?
And Habakkuk. Haggai too.
No, not that one. It's one in
You want the conquered and conquered?
Ezra's.
That's it though. The one.
Yeah.
The Haggai is the one that he shall overthrow.
It's in Book of Sirach.
I got the Revelation 6.
Look at the heathen and the throne.
Okay.
That's the one I like. That one good too.
Okay. Heathen and throne. I got it.
Yeah.
Get up.
Go ahead.
Revelation 6
Yeah, 6. Go ahead.
and 1. It says, verse 2 actually, it says, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him.
White horse is talking about a chariot, man. All right. Go ahead.
He that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Right. Now go to the 19th chapter.
This is Revelations 19 and 11. It says, and I saw in heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And
Speak on that real quick, Brian.
The white horse is representing the chariot, and he that was called Faithful and True is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right, and it says and in righteousness he did judge and make war. See, because it talks about in the book of Isaiah. It says no one was able to plead our cause, but who? Yahweh Shai. All right, so he's coming to not only make war with the other nations. That's what the whole Valley of Jehoshaphat is. Is what to plead the nation of Israel's cause. All right, to establish righteousness on the planet Earth. All right. It says, in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Verse 12, it says, his eyes were a flame of fire, and upon his head was many crowns. Right, because the downfall of every nation And the downfall of every nation's kingdom was basically the bringing of Yahweh kingdom. All right, so Yahweh gets that glory, he gets that honor of saying, I brought down the Babylonians, I brought down the Persians, I brought down the Greeks, you know, and his ultimate victor is going to be, I brought down Esau Edom, you know, the Roman Empire revives again. All right, so what? Yahweh is going to get that glory. That's why he's coming with that many crowns, because he brought down them other nations. All right, that's why if you watching the what is it?
He went from conquering to conquering.
Yeah, that's the next. Yeah, that's the next one.
All these heathens is going down. Man.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
You know.
Yep, and it says and he had a name written that no man. It's like, did I read the? No, you already read the conquered. Mm-hmm. Okay. It said he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Mm-hmm. You know,
I got a scripture real quick, if I may.
No, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 23:7. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord. They shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country."
Yeah, because why is that going? Because this is going to be so much glorious or better. You know,
it's going to over Trump.
Because he's going to actually bring all the chariots, man.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, all the forces, man, and then we're going to actually get beamed up on them. You know, last time we just walked out of Egypt, which he did a number on Egypt. You know. He did do a number on Egypt, you know. But this is gonna be 20 times better, man. You know. It's a saying, saving the best for last.
God.
You know.
Get this in Sirach.
It started. I was say even with like the earthquakes and floods, the Lord is starting to like show that more and more here in Babylon. You know, everybody else was getting it. Now the Lord like revving it up, man. You know, so we starting to see those things happen. You know.
I'm gonna get this. This is Sirach 10. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It said, "The Lord Yahweh hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes, and has set up the meek in their stead." It said, "The Lord hath plucked."
Read that over again.
This is Sirach 10 and 14. It said, "The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes."
The Lord, he about to cast down the throne of the proud princes, man. These people these heathens that's ruling, right? Calling themselves the Most High, and making robots, you know. Because really, right, what you seeing right when you saw these robots and this AI, right? He's trying to make himself word I'm looking for not a god. It's another word.
Omnipotent.
He's trying to make himself. I'm just gonna say eternal.
Oh, okay.
You know,
trying to live forever. Yeah.
Basically, if you was out here, he had a robot piece to you. You know what I'm saying? Transhumanism. Right? That's what it's called. Transhumanism, right? Well, basically, he's trying to make your ass a robot. You know, that's his form of eternal life. You know, but guess what? That's not going to happen. You know. Yeah. The Lord, he ain't gonna let that devil get. Lord's not gonna let that devil he's not gonna let that devil get that far. You know. This ain't gonna be, what's the name of that movie? The Creator. You know. Yeah, robots that look like humans and shit. Hell no, man.
Precept.
Yep.
The scripture said when he's about to fill his belly, the arm motion was striking through.
Yeah.
You know.
He's trying to and that's the spirit that the elder brought back, because he's trying to escape the 11th verse, because the 11th verse goes into when man dies, he become nothing. He is inhabited by creeping things, dead things. Basically, he's dead. You know, and that's what he's trying to escape. You know, he's trying to escape that, you know, mortality.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is back to Sirach.
Yeah.
Back to Sirach, Ecclesiastes 10 and 14. It said, "The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead." It said, "The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations, and planted the lowly in their place."
See, that's what he's coming to do. Pluck up the proud nations. Plant the lowly in their place, man. You know? What was it talking about the Israelites? You know? Hold on. Because they think it's everybody can make it, man. So who will be the lowly?
Right.
You know?
God.
Who would be the proud? Who's the proud princess, man? You know. It's what's that? The Book of Job. It says, "Show me the house of the wicked," and he says, "What? You know them by their tokens, man." No, it says, "Where's the house of the prince? Where's the house of the wicked?" You know, you should know them by their tokens. So who is the prince? You know, who's the prince of this world? Answer that question. You know.
The landlords.
Yeah.
Verse 16 says,
Somebody got to fulfill that, man.
God.
You know, these people, they quote these scriptures, talk about the scriptures, but who's fulfilling those lots that's written in the scriptures? Who's the wicked?
absolutely.
You know? Who are these people, man?
If thou canst tell.
Who's the righteous? Who's the humble? Who's the meek? Show ain't you fucking devils. All right? If that's the point, give us our fucking land back. Give Gad his land back. Demon.
Yep.
Give it back.
Yeah, all the shit you stole, give it back. That's why it's written, let him that still stole no more. Or rather let him labor with his hands, man. Like I said earlier, this ends in chains, man.
Verse 16. It said the Lord overthrew the countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
Slavery always been the thing too, man. Slavery ain't nothing new, man. You know? So somebody's ass is going into slavery, dog. No, they act like this is a new concept of slavery. No, what fuck? What about when we went into slavery?
Mm-hmm. What about us?
Oh man, that's unfair, bro. Somebody else it's somebody else's turn to get their ass kicked.
That's right.
Somebody gonna take that cup.
Right up.
Precept.
Y'all crazy, man.
I got 2 more verses.
It
said the Lord.
All these quotes go on. What goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. But then, all right, well, it's your turn. Oh no. We're all God's people.
No,
Forgive and forget.
It ain't my God. You ain't my God.
Bitch. Go ahead, man.
It said the
You're
Lord.
drink it down and you're gonna swallow it.
It said the Lord overthrew the countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
What's the main country that's about to get overthrown? America. All right. Matter of fact, hey, it's gonna get decimated.
Or annihilated.
Annihilated.
Yeah, because decimated means, the 10th part.
Yeah, 10th part, yeah.
Annihilated.
Who shall take it says, verse 17, it says, he took some of them away and destroyed them and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth.
You see?
Trash.
Which one? That's what you want? What is it? 431.
Okay. What y'all got?
I got a quick precept.
Bring it out.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 11:5 says, many kings have sit down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, read that over. Because you know what? Everybody loves a good underdog story. You know? But they not gonna make an underdog story for Jake. You know, the Lord is gonna bring that story to pass. It's gonna be read about in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
Sirach 11:5. Many kings have sit down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
All these nations are salivating over who the next power is gonna be, and it ain't gonna be none of them.
Right.
Ain't gonna be none of them.
Big joke gonna be on them.
Yeah, you know what? Well, they know these things, man. They just fighting against it. They just fighting against that ass whooping.
Yep.
You know.
You don't get it anyway. You might want to just get ready for it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, when I was growing up, you was about to get a whooping, you stuff your jeans.
Yeah. Extra pair.
Yeah, man. You know. Start working out a little bit more harder, man. Tell yourself, run. Right, because your ass going to slavery, dog.
Precept.
Did y'all say breathe, dog? Breathe, dog.
Hey, the sooner you go into slavery, the sooner you can get it over with.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what I'm on.
That was other boys.
Yeah. Trash.
Go ahead.
It sure was fun for you, right? When you had us down.
Right. It was all good then.
Yeah, it was all good a week ago.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 1, going into right what you brothers are talking about. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land." All right, so that goes to. There's also a cut to you people that ain't no land to say that the land is yours, man. Mm-hmm. It says the Lord is going to do this thing, not you, not no government. All right, it's going to be handed to you. The Lord going to do this, man.
Not no government.
Hey, what about dude say we was out there at parades? What did you say? What did you say? That nigga crafted in. Yeah, crafted. He crafted in.
It set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. It says, and the people shall take them.
Oh, a Jew is one inwardly. He's walking around with that black robe on, looking like
the tassel.
Yeah. Looking like my man off the Smurfs.
Gilgamesh.
Looking like Gargamel. He had a black robe on with the title.
How'd you know I was talking about this?
Through. Hey, the big Manassite was like Khan. Hey, the big Manassite, he had a Manassite with him that had converted to, but he was feeling it. He started saying Khan. He said the name and everything. That devil was over there steaming.
Yeah, because his spell was broken off him.
Yep. we made the Manassite say the name and everything. He said, you don't say it. You don't say nothing, you goddamn
He said
devil.
Shallow Wild.
Yeah, Shallow Wild.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them in their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. All right? That's what I was going to. So you're going to go into slavery. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were.
Come on, man.
So who is this talking about? Like the elders going to. This has to be, somebody has to put those shoes on,
Somebody
bro.
got to be in that part.
Yeah, somebody got to tie the
Somebody
laces.
got to put them goddamn chains on.
Mm-hmm. So if you ain't been captive, then this apply to you, bro.
Somebody got to
It
put
says,
them chains
who
on.
captives they wrote, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, so hey, we gonna have our chance, man. All right, well not our chance. This is it. Once we put you in the chain, this is it.
Chain. Trash.
Hey, I got a scripture. Did you have more to that?
I got one too.
I got a scripture. This.
One more, just one more three.
Yeah.
It says, in that shall come to pass. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So the Lord gonna give us rest. We don't even know what rest is, man.
We don't.
We don't even have an inkling of what rest is. So we gonna have pure rest. All right, but it says in that bondage where we were made to serve. And we disobey Yahweh Shema Shai.
You're going to have pure hell.
Yeah.
So somebody got to receive the opposite. You know, somebody got to get the other end of the stick. You know? Like they say, the shit end of the stick.
Somebody got to pay.
You got it.
This is Exodus 21 and 16. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Come on, man.
You know? Hey, you didn't let us free. Hey, freedom ain't, you got to keep these laws that I'm giving you. Freedom is, hey, here's your land and you go do what you want to do. I'm not giving us a bunch of goddamn laws. You know? And wicked laws at that.
Contractual.
Pay me for
slaves.
Wicked, evil laws, man.
You know, if Jake tried to leave a number, he'll try to stop Jake, man.
Yeah, he would.
He'll make different laws to which he do, because if you got like a
Felon.
you can't go.
Yep.
So he do it in a way. But if you had all the other Jakes that didn't have felony charge, man, he'll make other laws, man. So you couldn't leave, man. You know, we're on here.
Yeah, for the Lord slack, the judgment that never go forth.
I'm gonna start at Isaiah 47. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou doest show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily laid thy yoke, heavily laid thy yoke. Verse 7, and thou saidest, I shall be as a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Neither didst thou remember the latter end of it.
Yeah. You didn't consider what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't consider that. It's time to get our lick back. You know,
They all together thought I was one was with thee. No.
Yeah, a man won't just rise up and punch the shit out of a lady. You know, in most cases. You know, so the Lord gonna punch the hell out this bitch.
We're gonna punch that ticket.
Verse 8, it says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
Ooh.
The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Ooh, that's a barn burner.
Which shows you how proud. It shows you how proud this devil is.
Can I just one verse? This is the last verse.
Hey, you say I'm
Please.
be like
It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Ooh.
And that's his whole thing. Order out of chaos is like how he rolls, you know. So he always in control. But when this hell hit, when the Lord brings this, he ain't gonna know what it's gonna get out of his reach. You know, he's like, damn, I don't know what to do now.
I don't care about it getting out of
You can't pray for it, right? Yeah. Because if you go into it, it says go to your monthly prognosticators, go to your enchanters, your sorcerers. You know, see, can they save you? Which they can't, you know, but
they gonna need somebody to say.
right, they gonna need somebody to say.
They going to him right now. They going to him now as we speak.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they getting led astray by him. And you know they conjuring the demon back up, and the demon, why did you tell me to do that? Now you're worse.
Ain't that what they do?
Yeah.
To police stars.
But the demon probably not even showing up no more.
Probably not.
Right.
They evacuated the building.
It's over with.
Alright, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praise and glory. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Also salutations. So out of Akim out there, that's pushing this truth. And also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect.
Shalom.